Look at that, the sunlight came out today. I guess it's nice for that surprise with the rainbow and stuff yesterday after all that rain, huh? And with that in mind, what did I read today? I guess more gloomy news in a lot of places. How about this one, where they're talking about countries not being prepared, I guess, for drone wars? This one says, NATO armies unprepared for drone wars, Ukraine commander warns. Is that a hint or something that they're not gonna stop this war in terms of them wanting to be even more prepared in these instances? It says NATO armed forces are not ready for modern drone war. The military commander in charge of Ukraine's unmanned systems warned. 3 years into a conflict with Russia in which both sides are pushing for a technological edge, Kyiv is striving to stay ahead of the enemy, employing artificial intelligence, deploying more ground drones, and testing lasers to bring down Russian unmanned aerial vehicles, said Colonel Vadim Sukharovsky, head of Ukraine's unmanned systems forces. Speaking in a newly outfitted office for the recently founded Unmanned System Forces, the location which Reuters was asked not to disclose, Sukharovsky laid out the leaps and bounds in which drone warfare had advanced since the start of the invasion in 2022, saying, quote, "From what I see and hear, not a single NATO army is ready to resist this cascade of drones." I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, as people are just swarming this stuff, huh? In some cases, they say it's cheap to actually produce versus the weapons and cost that you'd need to actually take this stuff down in a lot of cases. It says, he said NATO should recognize the economic advantage of drones, which often cost far less to build than the conventional weaponry required to down them. It's just elementary mathematics. How much does a missile that shoots down a Russian Shahed drone cost, and how much does it cost to deploy a ship, a plane, and an air defense system to fire at it? Long-range drones can cost as little as several $1,000s for the most basic decoy models, although the Shahed strike drones have been estimated to cost in the tens of thousands. Air defense interceptor missiles usually have a 6 or 7-figure US dollar price tag, and many countries only keep limited stocks. And with that, the stories continued, it seems, in terms of places wanting to stay ahead with drones. And when it comes to war, it says here, drones with edge AI, the future of warfare. It says late last year, Ukraine-based Swarmer secured $2.7 million to develop AI software that can control a swarm of reconnaissance and strike drones. Launched in July 2023, the defense tech startup trialed its technology in Ukraine and has deployed it on the battlefield. Thus far, about 10 drones have been networked to form a swarm, but with the latest seed funds coming from US defense vendor RGAI and several other defenses, aerospace, and AI investors, Swarmer intends to scale drone autonomy and operations. Future deployments could see swarms of 100 devices or more. It's kind of funny they talk about these swarms, as people have been seeing huge swarms of drones in a lot of instances, actually, if you think about it. Like for drone light shows in some countries, there's hundreds of them, for example, already, although these ones are meant more, I guess you could say, in some cases to attack. It says the technology isn't about having, say, 25 drones just flying around. It's about having a group of autonomous drones, and if one gets shot, the rest immediately react, regroup, and strike from different sides without the need for manual control or multiple operators, said Swarmer CEO Serhiy Koprienko, a Stanford University graduate and former AI leader at Ukraine IT consultancy squad, saying, quote, "I really believe drone swarming is the next big thing, or not even the next, it's the current big thing." And with that thought of war and stuff, actually, some world leaders were apparently making speeches telling places like Europe to prepare for war against Russia and so forth. Like, wow, are they really not going to try to settle all this? You can hear the speech here anyways.
The price of peace cannot be the collapse of Ukraine, nor can it be based on a weak ceasefire. And we've had experience of this in the past as well. We cannot forget that Russia started its invasion of Ukraine in 2014, and we negotiated the Minsk Accords ceasefire. That was something that Russia didn't respect, and we weren't able to maintain the balance because there weren't solid guarantees. So we can't take Russia at its word.
I guess that doesn't look good so far, huh? Although in other news I've read before in regards to this, again, it sounds like they were really eager to settle this. And in terms of evolving, sounds like Google is trying their best to, I guess, stay ahead of the game, although it makes me wonder if they're a bit slow here, because this one here says Google tests an AI-only version of its search engine. Google launched an experimental version of its search engine on Wednesday that completely eliminates its classic 10 blue links in favor of an AI-generated summary. The new feature available to subscribers of Google One AI Premium can be accessed via the results page for any search query by clicking on a tab labeled AI Mode to the side of existing options like images and maps. And it says, quote, "We've heard from the power users that they want AI responses for even more of their searches." Rob Stein, a vice president of product, said in a blog post. Google One AI Premium is a $19.95 per month plan that provides extra cloud storage and special access to some AI features. Would you actually pay for this, I guess, in terms of using these types of features, or do you still think manual searching is good? I know in terms of searching with the AI nowadays, it makes things a little faster in regards to it being able to search everything at once anyways in terms of doing research. Alright, see you guys later.